Well, it's about a minute early, but welcome to another Uptown Bills Saturday night stay-at-home concert. My name is Scott Stilwell, and I am from Des Moines, and I am broadcasting to you live from my music room. So I thought that was appropriate since this is live music. So I'm just going to start playing some songs here for you. Everything you're going to hear tonight's all original, and I'll share some songs, some stories with you while I drink my Fresca. This show is in no way sponsored by Fresca. So I'll just play some songs and tell you some stories, and I'm really glad you're here tonight, and glad you are hanging out. Here we go. Today I woke up amused, now I'm just confused. What I felt was not amusement. A waxing moon hangs over me in some sort of alchemy. I laugh at my awareness that hides out in the darkness. 9,000 stars up in the sky, tiny glimpses in my eye. There's one falling, but I think we're safe here. 9,000 stars up in the sky, and you stop wondering why. Don't run away, let's just stay here. If you're sad, don't hide away, don't save it for another day. I will listen if you need me. Life is life, the story goes, living in the highs and lows. Sometimes we're on the edges and somehow miss the message. 9,000 stars up in the sky, tiny glimpses in my eye. There's one falling, but I think we're safe here. 9,000 stars up in the sky, we stop wondering why. Don't run away, let's just stay here. 9,000 stars up in the sky, tiny glimpses in my eye. There's one falling, but I think we're safe here. 9,000 stars up in the sky, we stop wondering why. Don't run away, let's just stay here. Let's just stay here. Let's just stay here. That was 9,000 Stars. I wrote that song a couple of years ago. I was actually in northern Minnesota, up along the North Shore in Duluth, and I was just staying in this little cabin, and I was just looking over the lake, and I couldn't even begin to comprehend how many stars there were. So I just chose a number, 9,000. It's lyrical. That's why we do it. So I'm doing something different tonight. I have a set list, but I don't have it in any order. So what you'll see me doing is just putting a line through the ones I've done, because knowing me, I could feasibly go back and do it again. So this song. So this song is called Dear Mr. Prine, and it was, I don't really know where I got the idea altogether. I remember I was listening to public radio, of course, and something was said about John Prine, or they were going to feature him on something, and I got his name stuck in my head, and decided to, when we love an artist or love a song, it always feels good when we have an opportunity to share that, we really like what they do. And so I thought, well, what if John Prine had a fan who was writing him a letter telling him how much his music had meant to him? Okay, that's a good premise. What if that guy is in prison? Okay, and it makes it more interesting. What if that guy is on death row? And that's where this song came from. It's called Dear Mr. Prine. Dear Mr. Prine, thought I'd drop you a line. I ain't got nothing but time sitting here. Dear Mr. Prine, thought I'd tell you about the time I got laid to your song, one called Paradise. Yes, Mr. Prine, I'm doing time. Killed a man in '89. Pretty soon I'll walk that line. I ain't much of a talker. Please don't treat me as a stalker. I just had to let you know your songs have saved me, Mr. Prine. Dear Brother John, I really like that song about Sam Stone. Makes me feel so not alone. And that song about Christmas in prison makes me realize I'm wishing that I could be home again. Yes, Mr. Prine, I'm doing time. Killed a man in '89. Pretty soon I'll walk that line. I ain't much of a talker. Please don't treat me as a stalker. I just had to let you know your songs have saved me, Mr. Prine. Dear Mr. Prine, I'm afraid it's about time. Soon they'll walk me down the hall to that little blasted wall. And as they put that needle in, I think about redemption and sin and hum a line to your song. I thought I'd get all the sunny ones out of the way first. But what's interesting about singing that song is, I created the story. So what I did is I actually created a backstory for, hello, everybody. Hey, Luke, I'm doing it on YouTube tonight because this is for Uptown Bills in Iowa City, and they're doing, they do a lot of great work in the community, and they've always done live music, and this past year they haven't been able to do that. So they're doing these stay-at-home Saturday night concerts. So that's why it's on their YouTube channel. And so I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for joining. So anyway, I created a backstory for the character in this song, and so it kind of helps me think about it. Where is it on my list? Here it is. Helps me think about it more when I'm singing it. So hopefully it makes it a little more genuine. All right. So this song was officially written in the Harrah's Casino in Council Bluffs, Iowa. But it was after I had traveled Highway 44 and the Western Skies Scenic Byway, over in Western Iowa. I was just going to say that Western Iowa. But that Western Iowa is pretty country, especially you get up into the Loess Hills area. Anyway, but I had all these ideas, was singing them to either my phone or a recorder, and I spent the night in the Bluffs at the Harrah's Casino, and I finished the song. So there you go. That's the backstory. That's when this will show up on Scott Stilwell Trivia Night. It's called Western Skies. I've seen the western sky From Highway 44, 45 miles to Harlantown. Still don't know what I'm searching for. And I love the western skies falling down upon the field. Trees of green and hills of gold set against the western skies. I've seen the hallowed hills rising up above the road. Hidden beauty off this byway, the highway carries my heavy load. And I love the western skies falling down upon the field. Trees of green and hills of gold set against the western sky. I see the western skies in my rearview mirror. Still don't know what I'm searching for. Somehow my path is clearer. And I love the western sky falling down upon the field. Trees of green and hills of gold set against the western sky. Trees of green and hills of gold set against the western sky. There we go. Oh my gosh, excuse me. So yeah, normally I do these live streams on Facebook, but again, we're doing this for Uptown Bills in Iowa City, and so, but I don't know. I don't dislike the YouTube. We'll have to see how it all turns out in the end. But anyway, yeah. So that was Western Skies. I really like. Is it weird to say I really like that song? But I really do like that song. All right, hold on just a second because I can. Okay, so I always start this song really slow. I'm reminded by my oldest son that I play it too slow, so I'm going to play it faster. But I was trying to find the lyrics because it is a pretty new song, and I would hate like heck to not have it perfect. So you're seeing this as a super well rehearsed part of the show, but I'm just here we go. I just want to have the lyrics up there for a little while. You know, just a little security blanket. And now you're just seeing a great view of my guitar. All right, this song is called Pieces. You managed your addiction, canceled your subscription, realized your restrictions, and now you understand. You're torn and disconnected, but somehow disaffected, feeling unprotected from the things you left unplanned. Wholeness is a myth you bought, hook, line, and sinker without a thought. You're in pieces, but those pieces make you who you are. And you've come so You've come so far. You made those choices, heard all those voices, paid all those prices, and now you realize you're where you should be. Say goodbye to could be. Wondering why should we take the time to agonize? Wholeness is a myth you bought, hook, line, and sinker without a thought. You're in pieces, you're in pieces, but those pieces make you who you are. And you've come so far. And you've come so far. And you've come so far. Yeah, you've come so far. So that was called Pieces. I wrote that kind of towards the end of 2020, and kind of makes sense, right? 2020 was kind of in pieces. 21's better, it's better. It's not great, but I'm optimistic. I had my first COVID poke. What's it called? The Fauci ouchie? Is that what everybody's calling? Anyway, I got my first vaccination yesterday. It went well. My arm is a little sore still, but well worth the pain, my friends. I'm gonna throw this one out there. Dedicate this to my friend Kim and her friend Mary. Mary passed away a few days ago. Had been in hospice care for a while. Mary was a good friend, and I did get the chance to visit her several times, and brought the guitar, and her caregiver asked for this song. It's called "Mercy of the Wind." See the trees, how they move. See the branches, how they bend. See the leaves spinning endlessly. It's relentless how they twist. Out of form and back again. For a time they're at the mercy of the wind. See your life how it has been. Standing straight and tall and true. That's how you thought it would be. It's relentless how you twist. Out of form and back again. For a time you're at the mercy of the wind. Hear it howling in the night, like an open of the world, calling out for you. It's relentless how it screams, over deep into your dreams. It settles in. It settles in. See the world, how it spins, turmoil, spinning endlessly. It's relentless the way we treat each other now and then. For a time we're at the mercy of the wind. Hear it howling in the night, like an orphan of the world, calling out for you. It's relentless how it screams, holding me from your dreams. It settles in, it settles in, it settles in, settles in. See the trees how they move, see the branches how they bend, see the leaves spinning endlessly. It's relentless how they twist, out of form, leaning back again. For a time they're at the mercy of the wind. It's relentless how they twist, out of form, then back again. For a time they're at the mercy of the wind. For a time they're at the mercy of the wind. For a time we're at the mercy of the wind. That goes out to my sweet friend Mary, who passed away this week, and her caregiver Kim. And I think it is a great reminder that in the world we live in, and all the loss that so many have suffered in the last year, we are at the mercy of the wind sometimes, and we are, but we are bendable. You know, we might be upright and tipped over, but we're always going to come back upright. And so that's the little inspirational moment for the evening. I clearly have a drinking problem. It just spilled all over my guitar. It really is just Fresca, promise. This is kind of fun. I kind of like this randomness of the set list. You know, Elvis Costello did a tour where he just had a big wheel and he spun the wheel, and whatever song it landed on was the song they would play. And now, of course, obviously they planned all the songs they were going to choose from. It's still kind of a cool idea. So this is my version of that, but you can't see it. So I have an amazing 2.5-year-old grandson. He's the best. He's so funny, and he's a big fan of music, which is great. You can kind of see over this way. There's this is kind of the Bob Dylan area. There's an album cover and a couple pictures, and a Columbia Records porcelain wall hanging. So, but in our family, we call Bob Dylan Uncle Bob. So, not because he's related, because he would be a cool uncle to have. And my grandson, now when he wants to hear Bob Dylan, he says, "Play Uncle Bob, play Uncle Bob." So he's pretty enamored with the Uncle Bob shrine over here. He actually drew a picture for Uncle Bob one night, and so we tucked it in the frame. So I have a cat named Prudence, and George loves Prudence, but most times when he comes over, she's a little startled, so she runs into the bedroom. And so he wanted to go and find her, so we looked under the bed, and there she was, and not coming anywhere near out. And I had this really big wooden Buddha art, sculpture art thing on my wall, and he's very freaked out by that. He doesn't like the big Buddha. But I have a smaller picture that I actually drew of a little, he calls it the little Buddha, and he likes the little Buddha better. So I just wrote this song kind of about that experience, and it's called Little Buddha Better. I got a big wooden Buddha head hanging on my wall. I got a smaller one too that I drew with some chalk. I got a tiny Buddha and I got 3 more. Oh, and another small one, I guess that makes 4. Big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha too. Got so many Buddhas I don't know what to do. But my little boy likes the little one best. Oh, big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha better. Big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha better. People ask, are you a Buddhist? And I say, no. They say, then why you got so many of them all in a row? Yeah. I say it gives me comfort and it gives me peace. And in this crazy world today, you know, we need some relief. Big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha too. Got so many Buddhas I don't know what to do. But my little boy likes the little one best. Oh, big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha better. Big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha better. Now they say wisdom lives in the heart of a child. 'Cause when we get a little older, our wisdom starts to slide. The little ones, you know, they understand it from the start. Whatever you believe, it lives in your heart. Whatever you believe, it lives in your heart. Yeah, big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha too. Got so damn many Buddhas, I don't know what to do. But my little boy likes the little one best. Oh, big Buddha, tiny Buddha, little Buddha better. 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 Yes, Maisie. He is pretty great, for sure. I don't know. I really like that song for some reason. This is this was the first song. Yeah, this was. I'm sorry, the second song. First song of 21. I might play it if I can find the scraps of paper that it's written on. But anyway, Little Buddha Better, definitely a keeper. And sorry, I'm just having some paper issues. So we're going to cross a Little Buddha Better off the list. Look, here's the good news. There's only 53 songs left. So, I mean, it's kidding you. So I think what's interesting is, excuse me just a second. This whole notion of live streaming in whatever platform you're using, I think it's really interesting. And a lot of people say, oh, it's so impersonal and it's this and it's that. And there is obviously an energy when you're gathered with a crowd of people, whether that's 10 people at a house concert or, 400 people wherever. but I do like the intimacy of this because I feel like I'm just talking to whoever's looking at the screen, not as a collective group, but kind of as a person. So this is kind of a one-on-one. And I'm sitting here in my music room. This is the place where I create. This is where that's where it all happens. And so I feel like these can be really personal, kind of cool experiences. So I last year, but the last 4 years, I'm not going to go into details, but the last 4 years were brilliant fodder for arts because there was so much to talk about and so much to unpack, and there was so much to say. And I used to be a person who I'd go to a concert and I would say, keep your blankety blank politics at home and just sing me your songs. But I kind of have changed my tune a bit because I think it's the responsibility of people who can create and who can say something or show you something. That's kind of what we're almost called to do, I think, as artists. And it might not be in your wheelhouse, but don't be afraid to sing for a cause, whatever that cause may be. So. Got tired of politics, sex, and violence. Now I'm living on TV silence. Crappy theme music with synthesized violins. Now I'm living on TV silence. President talking over chopper blades. Reality stars thinking they got it made. Fake blonde lying in the shade. 100-foot balloon and sun parade. Got tired of politics, sex, and violence. Now I'm living on TV silence. Crappy theme music with synthesized violins. So I'm living on TV silence. Fake judges in a fake courtroom. Can't pass a verdict, they can't lower the bone. Everybody just clears the room, then goes back to their lives of doom. Got tired of politics, sex, and violence. So now I'm living on TV silence. Crappy theme music with synthesized violins. Now I'm living on TV silence. Talking heads from every side. Widening the great divide. TV movie where some kid died. Live newscast reporting that some kid died. Got tired of politics, sex, and violence. So now I'm living on TV silence. No more crappy theme music with synthesized violins. I'm living on TV silence. I'm living on TV silence. I'm living on TV silence. There we go. Hey, thanks for the applause, Uptown Bill's experience. So this was kind of the thing I always heard. You got to play Uptown Bills in Iowa City. Got to play Uptown Bills in Iowa City. Got to play Uptown Bills in Iowa City. It's just so I had it all set up to play Uptown Bills in Iowa City. And then last year happened, and so they had to get super creative with how they're still surviving and how they're going to still serve the community that they serve, which is pretty much everybody. But they have a real mission. If you don't know much about them, Google Uptown Bills in Iowa City and get their whole story, because it's fascinating how it all started where it's gone. But like a lot of people and a lot of organizations, they're kind of in transition right now, figuring things out. So that's why they do these concerts, and I love it. I love supporting them however I can, and someday, in some form, in some fashion, I will get to some version of Uptown Blues in some location, and we'll do this again. I promise you. I'm going to play you a little something that goes like this. So this is a new. I'll say brand new. I mean, they're all kind of brand new in a sense, but brand new to some of you, I'm sure. I'm guessing out of the four of you watching, four of you know a lot of these songs. This is a brand new song I wrote. Just kind of, so I intentionally did a lot of different things. I used a thesaurus. I think I talked about this. I did talk about this in my live stream when I was talking about the process of songwriting a week ago. I don't remember what that was. Anyway, I talked about this song because I use a lot of alliteration, and I relied heavily on like a thesaurus and a rhyming dictionary, which I don't usually go to that length of trouble, but I like where it landed. So the song is called Okay. Feel like I am falling fairly fast, but I have to say, gonna be okay. Feel I'm fairly certain things are going the right way. I'm gonna be okay. No matter what's in the news, no matter what the crowd screams in my ear, no matter the price of truth, no matter the days we freeze with fear, never mind the hate that's rising, never mind all this complacency, never mind the polarizing, never mind the deadline of the day. It's gonna be okay. Felt like I was failing, fortunately found my way. I'm gonna be okay. Felt so solitary, found I needed to hear someone say, I'm gonna be okay. No matter what's in the news, no matter what the crowd screams in my ear, no matter the price of truth, no matter the days we freeze with fear, never mind the hate that's rising, never mind all this complacency, never mind the polarizing, never mind the deadline of the day. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. No matter what's in the news, no matter what that crowd screams in my ear, no matter the price of truth, no matter the days we freeze with fear, never mind the hate that's rising, never mind all this complacency, never mind the polarizing, never mind the deadline of the day. be okay. It's gonna be okay. And that was okay. Hey, thank you so much, Uptown Bills. So yeah, that was okay. I think it went okay. All right, we're just kind of cracking them off here. Some things I know I want to make sure I play for you. I think a lot of times people ask me, like, where do ideas come from? And I'm not really sure. So I love all sorts of music, but I've had two kind of revelations here recently. One is that when people ask me, what genre of music play, what kind of stuff do you do? And I default, I go singer-songwriter. But that it's such a broad thing. A singer-songwriter can write pop music and country music and everything. So a singer-songwriter, I think when we say that, we all kind of picture this, this kind of a specific person or sound. But I have just come to the realization I'm a folk singer. That's it. That's what I do. Not every song I sing, sounds like a folk song, I don't sing about, whalers on the wheel, whalers on the wheel, or the whalers on the wheel of the great big ship, or the whalers on the wheel. I'm not talking about that kind of folk music. That's not even a real song, if you didn't figure it out. So I think because I tell so many stories and I try to talk about the human condition and human experience, and that's a folk song. And so I am a folk singer, unabashedly and unapologetically. I'm a folk singer. So a lot of my love comes from really old classic country and old time and bluegrass, and even some of that old like bluegrass gospel, like the Carter brothers, or the Carter brothers. I'm so sorry, the Stanley brothers, Ralph and Carter Stanley, and Ralph Stanley on his own. The Louvin brothers, Charlie and Ira Louvin, George Jones, any of that old, Lefty Frizzell, that kind of stuff is so amazing. So anyway, I think this song kind of came out of that, kind of that vein, that kind of old sad country vein. It's called Rum and Coke and Nicotine. She had rum and coke and nicotine dreams. Hadn't left, wasn't there, was barely in between. Ain't it funny how your life don't turn out like you think? Rum and coke and nicotine. Rum and coke, nicotine. The monkey rode on her back for so many years, I can't say. Finally drove her to the edge of the water where she almost washed away. Then she saw a light and heard the wind say, forget rum and coke, nicotine. Rum and coke, nicotine. She said she never meant to be so reliant with that said. Her addictions drove her to defiance, and if it was so easy to quit, hell, she'd have done it in a minute. Rum and coke and nicotine. Rum and coke, nicotine. Now she's clean and sober and she lives the life. The struggle's hardly over. She's gonna have to live with that strife, but she still has those longings in her dream about rum and coke, nicotine. Rum and coke, nicotine. Rum and coke, nicotine. Thank you. Rum and coke and nicotine. I was hoping that people wouldn't get confused by that whole title and the whole thing, because it's rum and coke, like the drink, and nicotine, like it is in cigarettes. But I thought, what if people think it's rum and coke and nicotine? And I was way overthinking that. You may or may not have noticed, if you follow my music, that I am a big fan of one-word song titles. Like Okay, that I sang tonight. And nothing else on here has a stinking one-word title. Okay was the one. But I do have quite a few songs. And I try to keep titles short. Rum and Coke and Nicotine, so that's why I was telling the story, because that's probably the longest song title that I've ever had. So I'm gonna mark that one off the list. I'm a little nervous to do this next song for you, but I think I'm gonna do it. And the only reason I'm nervous is that I have not really ever played it all the way entirely through. So I definitely need the lyrics. So this is a song I wrote with my great friend and co-writer, Tony James Shevlin. We wrote it via Zoom, about 2.5 hours on a Zoom call. It was about 8 o'clock here and about 2 o'clock where he lives in the UK. And it was so much fun. And we got a lot of work done. And it's that same thing as I was talking about earlier, you know, how we're missing the live experience. You know, when you co-write with somebody, there is a lot of energy, but we seem to have it. We seem to be able to still kind of capture it. And so lots of rewrites, additions, subtractions. We wrote this song, and the biggest problem is I have to cheat because I can't do the minor keys that I need to do in this song. So Tony, it's great. Tony recorded a version and sent it to me, and he's really skilled on the guitar and has a little more recording chops than I do. So it was a really cool riff. So mine won't sound as cool as his, but I think this is a song about, you know, the people in our life that kind of push it to that next level. Maybe pull us back from where we've been and get us moving forward to where we need to be. And they provide that spark for us. So, this is a one-word title. It's called Spark. I was climbing the walls, but you showed me a door. I had settled for less, but you said there was more. Every hope that I had just faded away, but then you created the spark. I was out on the edge, but you pulled me back in. I was out for the count with no chance of a win. At the end of the day, when the light slipped away, it was then you created a spark. The fire had died, but you brought it back inside. My life was an ember, but you made me remember. All you need is just a spark. I was drowning my sorrows, you taught me to swim. And you took a chance when the chances were slim. The end of the line was just too far away. It was then you created the spark. The fire had died, but you brought it back inside. My life was an ember, but you made me remember. All you need is just a spark. If you're climbing the walls, I could show you a door. If you've settled for less, I could show you there's more. When the hope that you had is just fading away, I'll remember that you were the spark. The fire had died, but you brought it back inside. My life was an ember, but you made me remember. All you need is just a spark. All you need is just a spark. All you need is just a spark. Oh, it wasn't without some challenges, but that was Spark, brand new song written by my good friend Tony James Shevland and myself. And it's so different than any song I've ever written. And I think for him too, it is just so amazing to collaborate, thousands of miles away, 4,000 some odd miles away. The best part was towards the end of our session, his wife brought him tea because it was tea time. It was so hilarious. And she's equally lovely. So we're getting up on the 52-minute mark. I know they said I could play as long as I wanted, but I think we're probably close to the doneness of this thing. And wow, so I did like 3 brand new songs tonight, and I don't know how they were, but I think they were okay. Actually, yeah, there's only 2 left on here, and so I'm just gonna do one. So I want to thank again, thank you for those of you who have watched tonight, and those of you who hopefully will watch in the future. And support Uptown Bills in Iowa City. The Uptown Bills Experience is this YouTube channel, so visit here often, and you'll be able to come back to this channel, I'm pretty sure, and see this performance. So hopefully you've had a great night. I always love performing and love playing for you guys. And again, it's just kind of like I'm playing for you at your house. It's just it's really a joy for me. And I do want to share one quick thing. So I volunteer for this group, not for them, with them. I think, yeah, you'll be able to see this. I volunteer for this group called Mosaic of Central Iowa. And I know there's a lot of Mosaic organizations, and they work with adults who just need that extra boost, who need some assistance that might be developmentally challenged or whatever the situation may be. But they provide group homes, they provide programming, transportation. They do such an amazing job. So I get to share songs with them every once in a while. And recently, my friend Janet Fisher, who works there, brought, and I felt bad I wasn't at my office, but she brought this to me. This is the first fan art I've ever had done of myself. So it's kind of hard to see. Maybe if I take it out of the plexiglass, or not plexiglass, you know what I mean. So this is a piece of art. Hopefully you can see it fairly well. This was done by a gentleman who has Parkinson's disease. And so I can't even imagine what he had to endure to do that. He also did this card. So somehow these are going to get framed together. And I'm not hanging a picture of myself up because I like how I look. Although I'm not really complaining. I'm just kidding. It's a reminder to me that every single person has a gift. I don't care who you are. If you don't think you have one, you just haven't found it, because everybody clearly has something that they can share. And I'm just so happy to have music to share with you. Someday soon, got the first poke. Second poke's coming in a few weeks. Soon things will be a little better. They really will. I've been saying that for a year, so it's bound to happen, right? So I'm going to close with this song. It's kind of not super fitting because the song's called Broken Man. But there's some hope in there. And so I don't feel broken tonight. I feel pretty darn together. So, but I want to close with close tonight. Oh my gosh. Close tonight with this. Holy smokes, that was hard to say for some reason. You can't change me. I've tried and tried to do it myself. Rearrange me. Put the unwanted parts back on the shelf. I'm a broken man with pieces scattered on the ground. Tried to take a stand, but my fragments lingered in the sound of the cries of a broken man. Fears are heavy, like a curtain falling on my back. Tears are pouring, but my heart's levee can't hold back. I'm a broken man with pieces scattered on the ground. Try to take a stand, but my fragments lingered in the sound of the cries of a broken man. Only shines through shattered glass and fractured souls and never last. Try to resurrect the past will only bring you pain. Shards of personality, or pieces of who I used to be. I know this fractured time will bring fullness once again. I'm just waiting to my soul. I bring a deeper breath. Fear is fading. I collect myself from that well-worn path. Still a broken man with pieces scattered on the ground. Will you guide my hand? Put these fragments back in place in the heart of a broken man. Put these fragments back in place in the heart of a broken man. In the heart of a broken man. In the heart of a broken man. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate those of you who stuck here and watched the whole show. And it should be posted to their channel, the Uptown Bills Experience. And so if you go to their YouTube channel, you will be able to watch it again. And so I want to thank you for joining me here in the music room. And just have a great rest of your weekend. Be kind, be good. Get your vaccine when you can, and let's get through all of this together. Thanks a lot. I love you, and I'm really glad you joined me tonight. Thank you.